Hello everyone and welcome to the Refresh Step where you recover yourself for the main step. I'm your host for today, tomorrow, and the foreseeable future, Theodore. And I'm with the hottest battle in the UK and admin of the Battle Spirits English Wiki, Ayumu Seiki.
Hello.
So yeah, Ayumu, how are you doing today?
I like how you always just sound so tired and just like, not again. How are you doing?
Well, I went for today. It's kind of special because it's kind of like a caffeine burn. Caffeine. How do you say that actually? But anyway, usually I survive daily by drinking 2 to 3 to on a really busy day probably 5 cups of coffee. And then so I never drank like energy drink like extensively. I did drink them in the past, but mostly just to try out their taste. And then this week I was like pretty desperate, right? Because my professor was asking me to deliver like the first final draft of my master thesis on last Monday. So I was like, how do I make sure that I stay awake? And then I saw this Red Bull just standing in the supermarket, and then I was like, it's probably going to be a good idea. It's not going. I mean, like it's only going to be like this 3 days, right? So maybe if after that I stop drinking, it will be fine. And then I saw the price in the supermarket, and I was like, it doesn't feel reasonable. And then I opened Amazon, and then they sell like 24 cans of Red Bull for 23 euro. So it's like 90 cents per can, and I was like, do I really need that much? Yeah. And then I was like, do I really need that much? But it sounds reasonable for one project. So yeah, I just click on it. And then now, after it was being delivered, I was like, I think it is too much. And then I tried to refund it. And then, of course, they did not allow me to refund food stuff. So yeah, now I am stuck with the 24 cans of Red Bull. And I'm trying to stop today since I don't have any urgent work that I really absolutely need to deliver now. So I can just work in a normal pace, not having to stay awake for 12 hours straight every day like I do now. So yeah, at least that is done for now.
That didn't sound like a good idea.
yeah. I went like I can work like 6 to 8 hours like a normal person now, so I will stop drinking. You can, I mean, like when you come here, you can finish the rest of the Red Bull.
I actually never had Red Bull, and I don't think I would like to try.
Yeah, I guess you said you had energy drink like for emergencies, right? Like what brand do you actually drink?
What brand? I can't remember. Let me dig it out right now.
Because like the
it's called Lucozade or something like that.
Interesting. Because for me, like I also never drink energy drink extensively, right? So I kind of want to just bridge this. Okay, so we don't need energy drink normally, right? So this is just for placebo, right? I just need this for placebo to make myself believe that okay, if I drink this, then I will be able to work a little bit longer, or at least I have to, since I am already drinking something that is worse than coffee. So, but it's like because I never drink them extensively. Like I saw the can of Red Bull and it felt like really intimidating. So I was like, okay, so the only energy drink that at that point of time that I don't have any resistance against is actually Coca-Cola Energy. So like it's basically just Red Bull, but they branded it with Coca-Cola's name. The taste is actually pretty similar as well. But for some reason, like the last week, like when I really needed a placebo, they know, like I went to all. I mean, like not to all, but I mean like I went to like 5 different supermarkets across my place, and then none of them was selling Coca-Cola Energy. So I was like, yeah, I guess I'll have to.
like even God is telling you don't get energy drinks.
Yeah,
and then you decided to get 24 cans of Red Bull. Great,
yes,
great
exactly.
decision.
Exactly. It's called minus malum. It's choosing two different like what the list the last worst decision between two bad decision. Like is it not finishing my thesis or drinking 24 cans of Red Bull? Well, I didn't drink all 24 for the record. I already gave out like 6 cans. So I have my roommate and then I put some Red Bulls on the fridge and then I just say to him like whenever you need the Red Bulls, just take one. Uh, and then I brought some to the card shop and then another friend was visiting, so I was just like, "Do you want Red Bull for souvenir?" And then he was like, "Yes." And then so I just happily gave him 2 cans of Red Bulls. Oh my goodness, that's like
Oh
the
god.
it's like the culture shock, right? I mean, like I don't think in Indonesia I had that many friends that consumes Red Bull. Like even consuming coffee, it's already like, feels like why are you consuming this much coffee? Like how long do you want to work today? It's like it's already that bad. Mostly the people who consume energy drinks are people who actually need to stay alert for a long time, like truck drivers. Like they need to
Yeah.
stay alert for a really really long time, right? And even then they don't drink Red Bulls. They drink this like really cheap energy drink called Panther, and then it was sold in plastic cups and were selling for like 10 cents, I think. Like in euro it's 10 cents, but it's basically pretty much same in USD. It's basically like 10-15 cents. So it's like, huh? Oh my god, this is this doesn't sound like a good idea. But then again, sometimes I do drink like the shitty, really. I mean, like whenever the drink in Indonesia costs less than 30 cents, it's really sweet. Like they just put lots of sugar. So after I went to that one diet cycle in which I try to consume as less carbohydrate as possible, so I don't. When I need flavored drinks, I can only drink either black coffee or black tea. Yeah, basically plain tea or plain coffee. So after that,
I
I
see.
went back and then I was like, yeah. Previously, I can drink this, but it's like, no, now I can't drink this.
Like you can't drink too sweet, basically.
Yeah,
Ah,
exactly.
same.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, like actually I never really like sweet stuff.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I can't remember if I've told you this before, but
Mm-mm.
basically, my grandma has diabetes, and then
Ah.
so the rest of the family basically has a chance of getting diabetes as well due to
Mm-mm.
genetics and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and then like when I was small, there was this one time, my dad got told by the doctor saying that your blood sugar is getting a little bit high, and then
Oh.
and then I got scared and I stopped
Mm-mm.
taking sugar.
I see.
And then like it just became a habit.
Mm-mm.
So like I mean, like obviously I didn't go that extreme. I still eat sweets. I still eat cakes.
Mm-mm.
Just that like how to say like for example, if you order a bubble tea with normal sugar level,
Mm-mm.
I can't take that.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can.
Like it's already too much sugar for me.
Uh-uh. Yeah, yeah,
There was
yeah.
like there,
Mm-mm.
there was this one time. I think it was a black sugar boba tea was
Oh yeah.
trending. Yeah, and then I tried eating. I tried buying one.
Mm-mm.
With just normal sugar level because I want to
Mm-mm.
see like how does it actually taste like. Why do people like it? I
Mm-mm.
couldn't. I couldn't even finish a quarter of the drink.
Oh my god.
I
It
just
sounds
gave. I
horrible.
just gave the rest to my brother.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I think I don't know. Like in Asia, I also cannot drink like the normal sugar level. It's like either no sugar or less sugar. But in Germany, for some reason, I think probably also either because they are more health conscious or the taste of the people is just different. But like I need to go normal sugar level here because the less sugar is like basically like a pinch of sugar. Like you can't taste the sugar at all. It's just I mean, like if it tastes like the tea is really good and it's okay, right? But yeah, the boba usually the tea is not a strong point, so it's like really it feels really watery without the sugar. Also because the sugar is kind of like the one that makes the milk tea a little bit more, how to say, like consistent. Like yeah, it's where like it's more like cream, like the creaminess, like the one that makes it like what how do you say, what is gelatin made for? It's basically like to make it more, fuck, I forgot the word, kental in English, thick. Yeah. So basically it makes it more thick, right? Because it's like normal, it's like just normal tea, normal milk, and then you kind of use the sugar as the thickener for the milk tea. So yeah. Yeah, I guess now if it's in Germany, I just got it on normal sugar level. Also because it costs like okay. So let's see, if it's in Indonesia, it costs around 1 to 2 euro. So it's 3 to 4 euro here. So it's almost twice the price. So it's like yeah, I will probably drink bubble tea like once in 2 or 3 months. So yeah, I'll make every bubble tea counts.
There's a lot of bubble tea.
Yeah.
I only just drank once yesterday. Because I don't know why. I just felt like it. Like I walk out during break, during my work, and I was like, I feel like buy bubble tea for everyone. And then I show up a bubble tea shop, and then I told the staff member, I'll have 8 normal milk tea or normal bubble tea, please. And she was like, okay, 8 bubble tea. 8? I didn't hear wrong, right? And I said, no, you didn't hear wrong. I'm buying for all my colleagues. And then she was like, okay, 8 bubble tea. Yeah. And then I just write down each cup was like 1, boop, 2, boop, 3, boop.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. Yeah,
and then I walk back to the restaurant, and then just holding 2 bags of bubble tea in my hands, and then like my colleagues will just look up and go, and then they went, bubble tea,
bubble tea. Yeah, I kind of like at some point I was kind of like I also drink bubble tea. It feels like an identity, right? For especially for us Chinese people who are not living in China.
Asian in general.
Yeah, for Asian in general, it's like for East Asian or I don't know. I mean, like because it's also popular in Singapore and Indonesia and Malaysia, of course. So it's like, yeah, it feels like, this is also popular in Hong Kong. This is also popular in Vietnam and so on. It's like, this is kind of like what unifies us as East Asians. So it's like, I feel strangely patriotic for drinking bubble tea.
It reminds me of what's called Milk Tea Alliance or something like that. It's like, it sounds very funny, but it's actually a political group in Southeast Asia.
Ooh.
I know one of them is Thailand. I can't remember what's the other two. But like it's basically like they all look out. It actually shows up as the first result. But yeah, it's a democracy and human rights movement actually. Oh, okay, including Hong Kong, Taiwan, Thailand, and Myanmar. Yeah. So like they just use milk tea because like that's literally the thing that's common between them. And then like even though like it's only the 4, let's say, places that form the alliance, like later on is also impact the Philippines, India, Malaysia, Indonesia, Belarus, and Iran.
Oh, Belarus. That's pretty far.
But I've never even heard of this country. Where is that? It's in Europe.
It's in Eastern Europe. So pretty close to Ukraine, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think it might be beside Poland actually. Yes, actually, yes it is. Yes, it is. Ukraine to the south, Poland to the west, and Lithuania and Latvia to the northwest. I never heard of this country.
Yeah, I think like even after having like some international classes. I met people from Norway. Oh, that's scary was. And Gesundheit. Oh, yeah.
Sorry?
Do you know Gesundheit? So Gesundheit is the German word for healthy, but for health. But it's like basically if someone sneezes, they say Gesundheit.
Oh, you can hear that.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see. My mic. Is my mic not working?
Yeah. It's probably...
Yes, my mic is not working. Give me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, does it sound better now?
Yep, it's better, I think.
You think? Yeah, I don't know, cause like supposedly I mute, cause like before I sneeze, I literally muted my mic.
Ah.
But then like you heard it, so like yeah, it means my mic wasn't the input for whatever reason.
Technology.
I hate this stuff.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I just out of fear, I just check whether my input is my microphone or not. It will be really shit if it's not. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I think there's another. I have another funny story about milk tea. I don't know if I have told you about this or not, but basically, I just send you a photo of Chinchao. So this is like a traditional, like it was supposed to be like one of our traditional kind of dessert. So it's basically,
it does look tasty, yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically coconut milk, brown sugar, and then there's like this kind of Indonesian jelly inside.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically just really sweet stuff to eat this kind of bitter, chewy stuff. And then there's like their main offering, right? So basically their main offering is the cincau ori. And then as a side of you what you can order, they have actually this two that I will send you now.
Okay.
That they just called guren and orangey. So gurin and orangey. So as you know, that is just the katakana pronunciation of green and orange.
Yeah.
And they are basically just Thai milk tea in really industrial orange and industrial green color. And yeah, basically these are their milk tea stuff that they can just put a powder inside their blender, and then they will just put it inside the drink dispenser, and then they can sell it for a whole day. And then it's like the cheapest thing you can get there. And then one day I went home to Surabaya. So this store actually only exists in Surabaya and the East Java. So I come home from Jakarta, which is in West Java.
Okay.
And then it is during the Lebaran season, right? So it's the it's the Eid Idul Fitr. So it's Idul Fitr in Indonesia, but it's basically like the most important holiday for Muslims, right? And then in Indonesia, there's this tradition where after the Idul Fitri, you kind of like go back to your hometown for like 2 weeks or so. So and then so basically the Xinjiang station is still open, but when I go there with my mom, okay, so of course once in a while I really like the gurin, but it's like once in a while I just want the normal Xinjiang, right? And then okay, so I come to the counter and then yeah, can I have like 2 Xinjiang please? And then I was like sorry sir, but the everything, so our whole operation is like a home industry, and then the people who are responsible for making the cincau are currently on break. So we, for the next 2 weeks, I suppose we will not be selling any cincau.
It's even that hard to make though. Why like they have specific people?
Yeah, I think it's more like the factory, the whole factory is just closed. So it's
like, right. Okay, yeah.
So like I see. So what do you have left? So yeah, just gurin, and so basically gurin and orangey, of course. The only powder stuff that they have. Of course they will still have that. But yeah, I guess people really like that, and they were like, I think it's like kind of like their token drink, so they rarely raise the price for gurin and orangey. Oh, now they raise the price. I think they only sell stuff that they can get the powdered form for, basically. Yeah, that was one funny times to be living in Surabaya. But yeah, anyway. We talked a lot about green tea, didn't we?
I mean, I'm a massive green tea I'm a massive green tea fan. Like ice cream, cake, whatever food it is with green tea, yes, please.
The matcha ice cream. Yeah, I mean, like it has like a nice, really bitter taste that as you grow older, you came to appreciate more. I mean, like I think I woke up one day and then we have a company outing and then they say, okay, so we are going to pay for everything, and then they stop at this ice cream stand and then it was like, okay, so this is also paid, will be paid by the company, so do you want anything? And then I think I took like, I forgot what the sweet part is, but I think I took like vanilla, lemon, and pistachio. So I think it's the one that my boss recommended, and then I was like, okay, I just take this, and then that was a game changer. So it's basically the component that you would need in a 3-scoop ice cream. Is one ice cream that is really sweet, one ice cream that is really sour, and then one ice cream that has like that subtle bitterness. So like the subtle bitterness comes from the pistachio, and then the lemon gives the sourness, and then the vanilla gives the sweetness, and then it was like, oh, that is like the best, like the best plain ice cream that I have.
Actually, never had pistachio ice cream just because I don't want to know how it tastes like, because like, you know, in Lunar New Year, you always have salted pistachio as one of the snacks.
You did?
And I like salted pistachio. So
yeah.
I don't want to know how the sweet ones would taste like.
Yeah, I mean it's not that sweet. I mean it's kind of like peanut, like the peanut sweet. So it's like the sweetness mostly comes from sugar, and then it's like the peanut is there to kind of give it like the bitter aftertaste. So yeah, it's kind of like that. I mean, like the sweetness itself comes from sugar, so the peanut, the nuts, or everything, basically the peanuts is to just give it like the aftertaste that bitter aftertaste that you have like from the salted peanuts.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't think I'm up for it either. I don't really like peanuts.
I see.
It's like what do you call peanut? You
Peanut
don't call it jam, do you? Peanut.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. There we go.
Yeah.
Just like I can't remember words, but yeah, I don't like peanut butter at all.
I see. Because I mean, like peanut in Indonesia is kind of like the bread and butter of our life. It's like everything, everywhere you go. It's like, yeah. So what is this? What is this sauce? It's peanut sauce, of course. So and then what is the like? And then we go to the dessert place, and then okay. So what are we getting? It's like chocolate, peanut, and cheese.
Nice.
So and I mean like, chocolate, keju, kacang. So that is like one of the most popular dessert choices. Like the dessert flavor. It's like even like we have like this chain like of local crepe. Crepe. Yeah. I think the the French pronunciation is something along the lines of crepe. But basically, for the crepes, we have like a local chain called the Crepes. And yeah, one of their most appealing topping is actually just peanut, chocolate, and cheese. And cheddar cheese, basically.
Peanut, chocolate, and cheese.
Exactly. And then not peanut butter, it's just crushed peanut.
That's a very weird combination, not gonna lie.
And then with sugar, it just tastes. And then yeah, I mean with martabak, you on top of that they will just sprinkle it with condensed milk, and then they will close the whole thing, and then they will slather it with margarine, and then Yeah, it's something that you know that it is bad for you, but you still eat it anyway. you will you will if someone bought it for the whole office, it is still like egoism did like we are team players until someone brought martabak into the office. And then and only then you will see like you can see the true nature of people and how egoistic they are after they see the martabak. It's like if you want to know if an Indonesian is like really egoistic or not, just bring martabak and then see how they react from there. Unless they are foreign educated and they don't eat that much martabak, that is another story. But yeah, for most people, I think that is like a good indicator.
Okay, I see.
And I like speaking of like suddenly you want to treat your colleagues. I also treated myself to something yesterday. I actually got myself a premium Grammarly subscription. Don't know if that is considered a treat or not. I just took it for 1 month so I can finish my thesis. Since of course, if one of the problem is my thesis is in English, and I am studying in a German university, so they don't have the service where they check the grammar for you. So I have to take things into my own hands. But yeah, grammar is not my strong suit, so it's like I will let the Americans handle it.
You use
Yeah, I use
really
Grammarly.
Grammarly?
Yes.
You've disappointed me.
Yay. Well, I mean, I have to finish it in 1 day, so it's like if I ask someone else, it's going to take up their time, right? So it's like, and then I can't really ask them to please do it today, please do it today. It's like, yeah. So
Yeah,
I
but
just,
like,
how
to say it?
Yeah.
It's just not
Yeah,
it's just not a very good thing to use.
Well, let's see. If my professor likes it, then yeah. I think it's good enough for the Germans. Probably. Oh well.
I don't know. It's definitely not good enough for English. I'm very disappointed in you.
Yeah. Good thing I don't study for an British university. But yeah, I will continue to disappoint you. Don't worry. Yay. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then we have move on from tea, and then I remember something else from tea because like Indonesia is also like a big producer of tea, right? But for some reason, all of our tea are really, all our tea that is commercially available are the really cheap teas, and then it's like the Coca-Cola of our tea brand, they sell it like maybe like 40 cents for 20 packs. So it's like, this is surprisingly cheap for a country that is supposed to be a big producer of tea. But oh well, it is already good enough. And then my actual favorite tea right now is actually like still, it's an Indonesian brand that is like really cheap. It's only like 10 cents for 20 packs. And I think it's kind of like a quiet taste because in West Java there is this culture. So if you go to like a small restaurant, usually for some reason, like if you want just tea with hot water, like the normal tea, so no sugar, no anything, it will be free. But the moment you add sugar to it, it's like 20 cents.
That's very interesting.
I know, right? Yeah,
I mean, I suppose sugar is can be quite expensive. So
yeah, I mean, like we also don't know how many sugar they will put in, right? So it's like, yeah, maybe then, because I think we don't really have like the big tea drinking culture in which we put like sugar and milk inside. So usually it's just the plain tea. And then if we drink it in our own house, then we can add sugar or something. So if you go to like a restaurant in Indonesia, usually the options is only like, do you want it with sugar or not? Like if you don't want sugar, then it will be like maybe like 10 cents cheaper. Oh, yeah. quite an interesting thing to see, and then it becomes my favorite. Eventually, it's like, it's 2 a.m. now. I don't know what to do, so I just go to downstairs and then I bring like 10K, and then I just buy one Indomie so I can ask for the free tea.
So is that like your favorite tea then?
For now.
For now.
For now. And the other one is like so basically most teas in Indonesia is like the jasmine tea, right? And then there's this one company that specifically do like this vanilla scented tea, and then it was like I mean, like back then I was like, because I really like, I mean, like when my parents first introduced me to vanilla, it's mostly from ice cream, right? So I was like, so this tea will taste like that ice cream. So I was like, yeah, that sounds interesting. And then I drank it, and then I felt disappointed because it doesn't taste like the ice cream. But eventually, I also came to like it when I grew older. So it's probably for Jasmine, the really shitty small restaurant tea is like my most favorite. For tea in general, I think this vanilla one is actually my favorite.
Okay, vanilla tea. I don't think I've ever had that.
I don't think I ever recalled seeing it in any other places like at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like drinking tea in general, but I don't really think I have a preference. I mean, I say I like green tea, but like that's more like green tea flavor stuff. But when it comes to tea itself, I mean, I will still drink green tea, but like whether or not it's my favorite one is I can't really decide right now. And I don't really drink a lot of tea in general anyway, just because it's not gonna make me sleep. Or just gonna make me go to the toilet a lot.
yeah. It has caffeine, so that's probably why coffee doesn't really work for me, because I drank lots of tea when I was younger, and we didn't really acknowledge tea as something that can make you wake up longer, right? So it's like it's probably why I had lots of chocolate, lots of tea, and then now coffee just didn't do it for me. I can drink like 5 cups of coffee a day and I'll still be sleepy, or I'll be just or at the at most
coffee a day.
Yeah, or at most I'll just be half that. But I really like coffee's flavor. And another interesting thing that is tea flavored. It's not really tea thing, but it's tea flavored. So I went to Penang in Malaysia, and then in Penang, one of their biggest how to say, like not tourist stuff, like their biggest export is this coffee brand called the Old Town White Coffee. So it's a coffee mix thing, right? It's basically just coffee that is pre-mixed with sugar and milk. And then I visited their factory in a tour. And then one of the interesting thing is actually they have a milk tea flavored milk coffee.
Milk tea flavored milk coffee.
Yes.
What?
I know, right? And it's really good. I mean, like, you drink that, it tastes totally like milk tea, and then it's like, oh, this is revolutionary, because at that time I was still in high school or in my first years of university, so I was still getting used to the coffee flavor, and then I was like, this is revolutionary. So whenever I go back to Malaysia and I have a chance to go to the supermarket, I would just look for that one, but they never sell the same flavor outside of that factory. At least I never found it in the supermarkets in Kuala Lumpur. So maybe if I go to Penang again, I can find them in the supermarket. But yeah, not in Kuala Lumpur, sadly. Oh my god, that was a game changer. It's like, it blew my mind. It's when I put hot water on it and I drank it. It's like, I'm drinking boba right now. Oh my god. Yeah, that was an interesting experience.
But okay, interesting. So, but like that like it's a norm to mix coffee and tea, right?
Yeah.
Well, not tea, coffee and milk tea, I think. Yeah.
Mm.
So so we also have that in China in general, and then we call that type of drink.
Mm.
I'm trying to think how to say it, because I actually don't even know how to write the word because it's so complicated. But basically there's a type of bird which is like a mix of duck, like a mixed breed of duck and pigeon or something like that. No,
okay.
I can't.
It's not
And
geese.
then like that term in Chinese will also be used to refer to anything that like mixed together. And this is how we call the drink.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I see.
I like if I say yin yang and like those who understand Chinese will understand, but yeah.
Yeah, I think
Now that I think about it, I can't even explain it. It's been so long. Like, it's just like such a common term that like you wouldn't think twice about it.
I see. Yeah, I think they call it the tea and coffee flavor as well in the packaging. Not this one. It's like this one is white milk tea, so I don't think this is the flavor that I am looking for. But yeah, I think they also in the label it's not like milk tea flavor. It's like tea and coffee flavor. And then I drank it and then it tastes just like milk tea. But I don't think I ever found the drink being served like in like just normal sauce in Malaysia. So I think it's just special. It's probably they found out about this from China and they brought it as a flavor that they sell in the. Oh wait, it's actually no, it's actually white coffee, but the taste is white milk tea. Oh my god!
I found it. It's called Yang Yang. And it's actually originated from Hong Kong. I feel ashamed. And it's a mix of coffee and tea. Not milk tea necessarily, but like just coffee and tea. And the term itself, I'm gonna try to remember what kind of bird that is. Found it. It's literally called Mandarin duck. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's really cute. Oh my god. I really take this the color on its head, like on this particular Mandarin duck.
I see.
Oh my god, it looks like a really beautiful toy.
I think it will. Oh, it's a. Wow, I'm not gonna try to explain it because first of all, it's gonna take me like 10 minutes to actually read the whole thing and understand. And even after that, I don't think I can explain why the term became that way. But looking at the photo, I think it's just because like the Asian people saw the male bird and then the female bird, looking very different. And then so they decided, hey, it's two different kinds of bird mixing together or something like that.
I see.
Yeah, so you sent a picture. So yeah, they look so cute. Hey.
Yeah, I know, right?
I want to just pet them.
Oh my god, the female one is really cute in a different direction, but wow.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, Old Town White Coffee. Yes.
Yeah, because
I had that before. It's actually pretty good. But yeah, I'm not very into
milk
just like powder coffee things kind of stuff now. Yeah.
I used to. Yeah, I also used to really like them because they are sweet, so I can drink them. But now that I tasted like, I became that snobby coffee guy. So it's like, now I can't. No, sugar will ruin this. And I think it's kind of depends on the coffee as well. I mean, like some coffee, if you put sugar in it, it can kind of like make it taste better. I think it's also why if you are desperate and then you drink, if you need coffee from like McDonald's or Starbucks, you kind of need sugar with them because they are kind of designed to be needing sugar. Yeah.
Again, then actually no, the ones in Starbucks are fine. Okay, maybe because I always order mocha.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, actually, I never had coffee in McDonald's.
Oh yeah, it's
Like I only had it once when I accidentally ordered it. But yeah, beside that, I never choose coffee from McDonald's.
Yeah, I usually just drink the cappuccino because I didn't dare. And then last time I was walking around with my dad, and then we want to drink coffee, and then the only place that is still open because it's pretty rural, and then everything closes at like 6. So it was already like 6:30 or 7. So it's like, yeah, there's no choice. Let's go to McDonald's. There's no place else that is open. So let's go to McDonald's, and then oh my god! And then that day the McDonald's was really it was really horrible. Like the staff, they look really understaffed, and then suddenly there's this person who is ordering for like a party, so they need like 30 portions of cheeseburger combo or something. And then the problem is they don't speak good German, so I think they are European from other like a pretty far away country, so they don't really speak good German. So it's like they are pretty much fighting with the manager to get the order in. And then when the manager, okay, so this is your order, I will need time to make all of this, so please come back at around 9 p.m. or something. And then they were like look at the manager funny, and then they were like asking her again whether the order is possible. So it was kind of like those I mean like the common frustration on communication, right? And then the first like and then that was on another line. So on my line, in front of me was like a guy who is ordering for his family, and then like the staff that was serving him kept on getting things wrong. So even after he left the counter, he eventually just came back, and then okay, so actually I ordered like the Happy Meal, and then you are missing like the toy or something. It's like, oh. And not the toy. I think she missed one portion of small fries. So it's like the most fatal mistake that you can do as a McDonald's employee. Not giving you the fries, like the best thing in McDonald's. So I was already pretty doubtful, and then okay. So I have no choice. The ice cream machine looks broken, so I don't have any choice but to order coffee. And then I was like, okay, so this is already giving me too much stress. I don't have the mental energy to order something complicated like cappuccino or anything. So I was like, okay, so just two coffee, because my dad wants the normal coffee, and then I don't want to get into the mental stress of arguing. Like I ordered one coffee and one non-coffee, so I just ordered two of the same thing just to make things much easier.
Right? Yeah.
And then like usually we got the sugar and we got the milk, and then usually only my dad only uses sugar, and I only use the milk.
Okay.
And then this is like the first time ever my dad was putting milk inside his coffee. It's like, yeah, he was like, okay, so I know that this we are desperate. This is the only place that we can go, but I know that this coffee sucks, and then I need this milk to make it somewhat drinkable. And then I was like, yeah, I mean like that I drank their cappuccino all the time. It's fine. And then I drank it, and then fuck, I know what you mean now. Without enough milk, it's like and I don't know if it's that particular. But I mean like, I think I used to get like the coffee as well, but I usually like put like 3 cups of milk inside just to me, and then I never been able to tell, and then I kind of wait until it's kind of like cools down, right? And then here at this place, since I am drinking inside the restaurant, so I have no choice to kind of drink it hot, right? And I was like, yeah, I need to drink it. I pretty much drink it right away. And then, damn, no. This is so cold down. This is not meant to be drank hot.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about miscommunication, like in the restaurant I'm working now, basically, I speak the best English besides the manager, but I actually don't know. I don't know his English level. Like he likes to use very complicated English words, but like it's unnecessary. So I don't. so like he basically just likes to show off doing that. But yeah. Anyway, well, since the manager is gone now, because he's on a sick leave
Okay.
for breaking his leg. So I'm basically the one who speaks the best English, and then like whenever the other part timers just like, oh no, an English customer needs to make an order, and then like even though I'll be like standing there so busy doing other stuff, and they will just come over, hey, I'll take over your place, please take their orders. and I keep telling and then I just keep telling them like no, because one or two of them always also complain that the English is so bad, and I was like, because you never take their orders. If you don't try to speak to them, how are you gonna improve? Like if the restaurant isn't busy, I would literally force the others to take English orders. Like I can stand beside and listen, but you go take your orders. Like you have to practice. So, yeah. Like I understand the pain, but at the same time I don't, because I'm a language person. so like even though I can't even speak, I can barely speak Japanese. I like there's still a few times where I will literally be the idiot who just like show up in front of Japanese customers and just try to speak the singular words that I know.
You will have fun here. You will have fun here because lots of restaurants in Düsseldorf are actually operated by Japanese. So we are going to have some fun.
Yes, I'm just gonna practice how to order in Japanese.
Hai kore kudasai, hai kore kudasai.
But yeah, like I mean, I know especially for the Japanese people, they don't really mind even if I speak really broken Japanese, because I know they at least most of them just like to know that someone is actually learning their language. Yeah, so like I remember there's this one time where like there was a pair of parents with a child, and like the child and the dad are just like doing their own stuff, and then the mom is ordering, and then she was ordering in English, even though like all of them are like, well, let's say, they look Asian, let's say it that way. So I knew they're not Chinese. It's pretty obvious. And then like I had a glimpse at the dad's phone in which he was actually testing in Japanese. So it's like, I see. And then it just so happened like when I was walking by, and then like the dad took his child, and then like they asked me where the toilet is, and then I just took my chance, and then just literally asked them, Nihonjin desu ka? And then like the dad just like gasp, and then, wow, you actually know Japanese, and I was like, yeah, Bianco shimashita, like that. and then I got my first Nihongo jotsu in my life.
Nihongo jotsu desu ne. Nice. I like you got it outside of Japan, so I think that is actually an achievement.
But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, but I think I understand that, because like, you know, we went to this my favorite Japanese place. It's not the most delicious, it's not the but it's like it's really cozy, and it's like just good for hanging out in general, like if they are not too busy. But I remember like one time I always went with these two friends whenever I go out, and then like Okay, so we are on this one table, and then I was ordering in Japanese. My other friend was ordering in German, and then my third friend was ordering in English. And then the waiter was like, yeah. She has like a chat, and she was like, yep, okay, hi, kore desu ne, hi. So that, okay, so ein mal das, okay. And then, okay, so one of that one, okay. And then she was like a chat, and she was mastering every single language that we were thrown at her. It's like, oh my god. she is like the real chat. And even I think like one of them was like taking interest in when we say that we are from Indonesia, she was like taking interest in our language, but I was like, I am really shy in front of new people, right? And then I was like, okay, so I guess I will just take one of my old receipt, and then I wrote some Indonesian greetings, and then I just wrote the pronunciation in katakana, and then I was like, okay, I'll just leave this here. Hopefully they read it, and then they actually did. The next time I come there, it's like, yeah, terima kasih, and then it's like, yeah, I now understand the feeling of that Japanese that you talk, but you actually take the interest and spoke my language. Yeah, I can understand that. On the other side of the fence, I went to this Chinese restaurant, right? Somewhere in not the center of Düsseldorf, so it's like still Düsseldorf, but yeah, the other parts, right? And then there's this Chinese restaurant. It's really good, but only one waitress actually speaks German. So that is actually, and then we go home, and then my in-law was bringing it up, and then it's like, yeah, they probably intentionally hire people who can't speak German so they can't escape, because like if they have like a bad working condition and everything, like how are they going to get the ticket back to China, right? Like realistically, like if they are not used to with their phones, and then now everything is in German, if they need to go, they can't really get help. So it's like that is the dark part of living in a country that is insignificantly different in culture with you from you. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think they have this all in all sorts of places, right? So they just I think sadly almost everywhere. I think even in Indonesia, they have like Chinese laborer as well who probably can't speak a word of Indonesian. So it's like, yeah, they're probably going to stuck there until the project ends, if it ever was.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, that's also what most Chinese restaurants are looking for as well. Well, not just restaurants, just like basically anything Chinese related outside of China. Exactly because like they're looking for the ones that can't speak the native language well. But like, you know, they still need a job, so they have no choice but to work there. So they can pay the minimum salary. They can pay the minimum. They can pay the minimum salary and then also keep them because they have no choice.
Oh
like I can tell you, unless you're actually near the brink of bankrupt, never working anywhere with Chinese people.
Oh my goodness.
This is my advice as a Chinese.
Exactly.
Living in the UK.
It's also
see that I have my experience.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, like even we used to have like a house assistant, like how house helper, and then she one day she just resigned because she wants to work somewhere else, and then my mom just gave her like one final piece of advice, and then it was like her final piece of advice is, be careful when you are working in under Chinese people because they are really going to wring you dry. Said by a Chinese person.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are racist, but we are most racist towards our own race.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. I
Like
think it's Yeah.
Actually, I'm not gonna get into it further because like my info politics, and I'm not gonna say anything stupid.
Yep. I think your position is much more complicated than I am. I can say whatever shit. No, I can't say whatever shit I do. I'm already a minority. I need to stay low and stay. Yeah, I need to keep my mouth shut. So before we talk further, while we are still not too far from tea, I would like to thank you guys for listening to us today. We talk about tea, and then now we are almost got into the muddy swamp of talking about the dark side of working with Chinese abroad. But yeah, anyway, if you'd like to support the channel, you can always send us your story, questions about life or decision in general to our email at therefreshsteppodcast@gmail.com. I guess that will be everything from today. We hope that you guys had a nice week going forward, and we'll see you all in the next turn. Bye bye.
Bye.